Yeah, 247.
Crazy. I think I'm recording now, you guys.
Yeah, it's recording.
I didn't hear a voice.
Yeah. Just that.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another R&R Studios podcast. I have two of my favorite people here with me today, coming all the way from Robert E. Lee's home state, the Asian persuasion himself, James Gearhart. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, switch. What's going on, man?
No, brother. Glad you're here, man. I'm looking forward to having this conversation. And to his right, my left, and whichever way you're viewing this screen, we've got Kevin James Hall, or KJ as we know him, all the way from beautiful California, even though his background states otherwise. What's up, KJ? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Ben, Jimmy, how you been?
I've been good, brother. I can't complain, man. Life's good. Yeah.
Oh, KJ, is it already that hot there?
Oh man,
Oh,
it's
you just
crazy
got
hot
back
this
from the
week.
store.
It's crazy hot.
And
Yeah.
not just in school. I man, it's when I mean, we talk in the group chat, but we haven't done one of these in a while. So I just want to say thanks for coming back. It's always a blast talking with you guys.
Yeah, it's great. It's great getting together again. It's like a reunion. You know what I mean?
Jimmy, we were talking about your background before. Tell us about it, man.
What's that, brother? I'm sorry, breaking up there. I don't know if it's me. It might be
Am I? No, it's probably me. If I'm breaking up, I probably need to turn off the fan. That's probably doing it, interrupting the sound. Can you hear me now?
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Okay. Is it coming in broken? No, if it's coming in broken, I'll.
No, it's coming at night. It was just like it was breaking up when you were asking a question. It's kind of almost like it's lagging. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi. It might be my Wi-Fi.
I probably owe Zoom. I owe Zoom some money. They're holding back. Motherfucker. Jennifer, we were talking about your background.
Oh man, like I'm Asian and German.
No. What the crap?
You got too high for that. So the questions you're asking, I'm like, somebody.
This podcast is already off to a great start.
It's starting off with a bang, y'all.
The wheels are coming off already.
Oh, yours. KJ.
I love it, bro.
KJ. Earlier.
What happened?
This guy told me they were talking about his heritage. We just want to know about the skeletons.
And shit. Oh man, I'm back here.
The sports related topics that we're talking about, Jimmy, that your background.
Oh, I'm blaming on AI, bro. Like, so it's crazy. Let me go. It'd be better if my big ass wasn't in the way. But it just got all the sorry ass teams laying down there. You see them? Y'all see them sorry ass teams? We got a little Miami down in there.
I see OU. I see Florida. I see Duke.
Yeah. You got Miami down here somewhere.
Yeah,
Georgia.
Beautiful photo.
Yeah, OU, you know. I was going to put Tech there, but I went ahead and just took the head off. You know what I mean?
I have a question. If he skeleton, why is there blood coming out? He's a skeleton.
Because he's brought a picture job boy with a blood coming out his back. It didn't make any sense because he's all skeleton. Blood's coming out of his neck. But I was like, ooh, that looked nice. That looked nice. The bad part is
I love
all that
name and the UNC player drinking beers over the bodies.
standing there like you're Captain Morgan.
They're
crazy.
cheering.
Look,
That's the
Captain
chair.
Morgan. Oh man. Mhm.
It was very. Oh, JJ, you missed it earlier, man. Right before you hopped on, Jimmy and I were talking, and all of a sudden, I was attacked by a wasp in my house in this area that I'm doing this from, and there was a whole. The whole thing that occurred, man. I had to throw down my old the headphones. Actually, the story doesn't sound funny now, but Jimmy and I were laughing because Jimmy had to hear the whole, like he heard the background noise of me attacking a wasp and that wasn't killing it. And yeah, it was a whole thing.
He was going.
Anyway.
So he actually.
All right. He was going.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring
Like,
it.
I heard
So he
it
was
sound
watching
bad,
it while
and
you
they
were
had
trying to
combat.
attack it, or just listening?
No, he was trying to kill it. Like he was trying to kill it.
Yeah,
you
sure.
heard,
He could only
you heard a loud.
I got up and Jimmy can tell it better.
Oh,
I just felt it.
Man, that might. I mean,
Yeah,
that might
I
killer
will.
wasp. That would have been the last image Jimmy has seen of you.
it went silent. Like it
So-
went silent. I was
so-
like, oh man, it took him out. I was like, it's radio silent, man. Like I was like, it took him out. Because you heard a boom and then you heard fuck, he's angry. The motherfucker's angry. He's fucking angry. And then it went silence. I heard like a little rustling around and it was silence. I was like, oh shit. Like who won?
Yeah.
Like what's going on?
I missed the
Hilarious,
I
bro.
missed the first hit. And then he started going nuts, and I was like, "Oh, fuck!" And then my dogs, all four of them, start coming
Yeah, I heard him barking.
into the room, and then I have to tell them to stop because I got all this equipment set up. Jesus Christ! While I'm trying to, fight off this flying of the Valkyrie, and kind of, but he's dead now. He's still on the table. I'm posting his ass up like Vlad.
Dude, that was hilarious,
Yeah.
bro. It was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was hilarious, bro. It was so funny.
But man, all right, you guys, let's get right into it. We're here to talk about fucking dark side of sports, our favorite side of sports in general, because it was just good fucking talking. So, I haven't really been paying attention to college sports this year because other than the fact that I know that they are now allowing fantasy football in college sports. You guys seen that?
They're allowing what?
Yes. They're like, there's now fantasy football college sport. Like you can do college football fantasy, whereas in the past you couldn't. It was only NFL, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I guess this is more rollover from the whole nil thing and whatnot. But other than that, man, I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on in college sports. So, Jimmy, let's go with you first. What you got for me, man? What's been catching your eye?
Man, it's been kind of quiet, man. Like drama wise, but the stuff that's crazy is all the players jumping into the portal. Like Miami's quarterback, like that's coming out
Wait.
of Duke. Like, what's that?
This has been a problem every year. They haven't adjusted the portal at all.
They're trying to figure it out, I guess, man. I haven't seen anything or heard anything on them. They're in the process. I think they're finally trying to get under control the nil. They're trying to make it like, I guess, like contract based. Like you can't be collecting money, 10 million 1 year and then jumping in to the portal. So like you have to. They're going, I guess, try to get control of it because it's insane what's going on right now. Like you got people just every year jumping team to team, and
Why would you not? I mean, if there's if there aren't any rules against you being say you're on an SEC team and you're a good enough player that you're going to get all the nil deals. I don't even know how they work again. So you're there for like a season, maybe, 2. And then you're like, you know what? But there's a dude over in Norman, Oklahoma or up in Nebraska that's paying way more money for this position. I'm going to go there and just, like, they need to, how do you put most of these kids are, I mean, they're adults, right? So they can have lawyers,
Hey, but aren't they? I mean, these
like,
20-year-olds,
contracts.
19.
Contracts. What I'm trying to get at, is contracts. Why aren't there contracts yet?
They're trying to figure out a process of how they're doing it right now. What they're concentrating on, I know they're trying to work on, when COVID, how they always had that COVID and it kept giving people all these opportunity for if they missed a couple games in a season to add another year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had people in college 8-9 years playing fucking college football. You know what I mean? Right
Yeah.
now, I know they're working on that. And I think when they're done with that, then they're going to start really locking in. They got to do something about the nil. They got to make it contract based, because not only are programs losing, but it's like they're putting all this money into these kids and then they're dipping out. You know what I mean? So I don't know how it's going to work, man. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I don't.
Right?
I
It still
think they are
confuses
too.
me. It feels like,
Yeah.
to me, it feels like they went backwards with that. Instead of just like, okay, we're going to go ahead and pay them for their likeness because we're making so much money, because there was an uproar, because the NCAA, I mean, they're fucking money laundering motherfuckers. Like, they have so much money. And, I was all for, these players getting paid, but the way they went about it was, it's like they went with no structure. The way we went into Iraq and Afghanistan, you're like, they don't know how to get the fuck out of here. We're just going to go to make everyone happy, right? And it's like, I don't understand now, like, because like you said, Jimmy, these guys are jumping schools. They're staying in the college for 6-7 years. Some of the NFL players, have you seen that, have been coming back? Like, guys who left college early,
What?
like, went into the draft and then didn't get picked, or are now been cut, and now they're trying to come back to college. Why not? Because if you can hit that nil, that's the money. Now, better driving trucks.
But like KJ knows all about that now, man. Like he the one that explained it to us last time. Like, you hear anything on it, KJ? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, like Johnny was saying, I just heard that news. There's like, I think there's like a handful of players, like maybe 6-10 players that are suing to go back for college eligibility. So like late round draft picks, or those who didn't get drafted but signed to a team, like are on the practice squad or something. If they get cut, or they're still in the practice squad, they can terminate their NFL contract and go back to school for like another year of eligibility to play. Now the only thing is, right now, I'm not sure if it's still in litigation or what, but that's what the whole case is about, right, Johnny? What you were talking about, the players going back to college that were in the NFL. Yeah.
It's that movie Necessary Roughness again. They're trying to bring North Texas back to a championship.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
like heard this bringing Spectacular, that Australian guy who doesn't get hash, smokes cigarettes, white ninja.
well,
It's a whole link rap. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you
So
said,
let's
though, I
hear-
mean,
yeah.
they have to. The one thing they do have to do, though, is according to the lawsuit that I read, is any income or revenue that they made from the NFL, they have to return in order to do that eligibility. So they have to give that money back. That, like, if they had a signing bonus or they got any kind of money from the NFL. So I mean, I guess that's their reasoning as okay, yeah, you can go back to college, but you got to give us what we paid you initially.
That's a pretty broad statement, though, to say that you got to give back the money you earned from the NFL, because the NFL technically is a nonprofit organization. So does that player have to give back like any type of signing bonuses or any money he received, whatever team he was drafted from? Because you don't like, do you get paid immediately? Like if you get drafted, or just say you make it to a practice squad, or whatever. I don't know how it works, but you're cut before the season starts. Did you make any money? Did they pay you weekly? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure of their pay periods.
I know NFL.
I would assume that if like they pay monthly or however they're paid, if they didn't get the paycheck, they'd have to like return the check or, return the payments that were sent. If they do decide. But like, I think the signing
kinda
bonuses,
fucked up.
I think the signing bonuses are kind of almost immediate. I think they get those pretty relatively quickly after they sign. And then
Okay.
like the pay for the, like, if you're on the what is it? The practice squad and stuff like that. I think I'm not
Right.
sure how they pay you, but I think you would be earning, but it's kind of crazy though. Cause it's like, they still earned that money, they were still on that,
Right?
but you have to give it back. But
This,
I mean, I guess that's kind of the rules that the NCAA and the NFL have kind of came up with, is if they're going to allow them to do that, then they have to give the money back.
now, look, I think if you're drafted and you get a signing bonus and you get cut before the season starts, it should be well, and then you try and go play football somewhere else, which makes you re-eligible for the draft, I would assume, later in, say you got 2 years of eligibility left, you go back to college, you play, and all of a sudden, you're 2 years older. So if you're like a lineman, you're way bigger than a lot of guys. So you come back and you dominate and then get drafted again. You're a little bit older, or maybe just not just get drafted, just bounce from school to school until, like we were talking earlier. until you make
Years
that money.
right.
Yeah, right. Like just do that. But what was if I'm not talking about those guys who get the guaranteed money off the draft. I'm talking like the later round draftees who you're on a team. Okay, so when you get drafted and you report to training camp, they start paying you, right? They have to pay you something, at least like room and board, right? I mean, that has to be
Yeah.
somewhere in the
Yeah,
contract.
I would
is what I'm
presume
assuming.
you're getting some kind of benefits, whether it's through pay or,
Yeah.
like you said, meals. They're getting meals or housing and stuff like that, per diem maybe.
Yeah, because you don't have a signing bonus is where I'm getting at. They're saying like, okay, we're gonna draft you, you show up, and now you're gonna get paid so and so much a month. I bet this is in a contract
It's-
somewhere.
and how-
I just
how-
don't
how
have
it pretty
seen
much-
it.
So how it pretty much works, I think what I read about it is it's based off an 18-week. So whatever your contract is for that year. So say that you had $3 million. It would be broken up weekly, what you were earned weekly for that contract that you had for those 18 weeks. So you would get paid weekly, whatever that you already collected, say you get cut and it wasn't guaranteed. Up to that point, I think when they cut you, you'll get paid, but everything after that, you have to give back to them. But like, unless you got a bonus, they're not gonna give you the whole thing up front. Yeah, because
You know what?
you're gonna spend it and be like, "Hey, I ain't got the money, man." You know, like, fuck you, I ain't got the money. Like, you know, so
You see that?
it's pretty much weekly. What I heard, it's weekly, and it's
You
broken
see-
down like that.
You see that Bugatti in the parking lot that I came out of practice. I already spent that signing.
Yeah, it's gone. And you can't take it because if my mom's name, man, you can't take it from my mom, bro. Like, it's my mom. It's a gift. Like, I'm giving it to all my friends, man.
So it's what is it?
Like, look, everybody else's name, bro. Like, you're not taking it back. Shit.
I think, yeah. I think and now that we're talking about it, the Dallas Cowboys Hard Knocks, I I don't know if they're the only team who does this, but they like had their own little like condo facility. Like Jerry Jones had this facility for all his players. And when you got cut, it was like you just packed up your fucking room and were gone.
Nice.
Yeah. And I guess that right. Yeah. Let me get your key card. It's a gated community. How it works.
Yeah.
Golf cart for you for the front. Uber.
Look, just fuck you. I got Bugatti, bitch. Like that Bugatti.
There it is. Out of the stadium like a marble.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Sure.
Sorry, Joe.
Well, I got lost in what we were talking about. That
Oh, we should talk about the contract and how they get paid, like how they got paid and everything. But I think it's weekly. I think it's weekly how they get paid. But
KJ, what's upsetting you in college sports right now? You have a temper on you. You done way back. Well, my favorite NCO in the Army.
Come on.
Way back. Whenever I would fuck up, he would just have to sit me down and be like, "Hey, you know what?" I was like,
Yeah, I mean,
no, the only time I'd seen him really mad was sorry, KJ, I'm about to come
No.
to my right now.
If you don't tell
Fucked up.
what?
I'd seen him really bad is when remember that kid Anderson that was supposed to go to Egypt with us? He was fucking up, and KJ's giving him his counseling statement while this kid is in the front leaning rest.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing it. He's sitting there right where the counseling statement while this kid, he's like,
I believe I told I believe I told him just keep pushing till I get tired.
There it is, brother. There it
yeah. Yeah, most people don't know is KJ was one of my first NCOs in the Army. He got out well before I did. I stayed in did 20 years. But one of the why we're probably still like hanging out in touch was that trip to Egypt shortly after 9/11. I mean, we were it was an exercise that was already planned. It was called Bright Star in Egypt. You can look it up. It happened, every 8 years? I lived in. Yeah. I forget, but yeah. So KJ and I get paired with this other guy from our unit. There's 3 of us, and we're stationed at Fort Eustis, and we're supposed to report to this unit at Fort Story, which is in Virginia Beach. Fort Story is about this fucking big. And yeah, smaller than Eustis.
It's like
So-
two stop signs.
It's like it's
Two
still the
stop
same
signs.
size, bro. It's still the same size. It's small as shit, bro.
So we get ordered to report to this unit down there. We're trained. Dude, I don't even remember any of the training. I remember you covering my ass because one weekend I drove from Virginia to Alabama to go see a girlfriend I was dating at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And on the way home, I hit a storm in my beautiful blue Dodge Avenger and spun out in the Alabama mud. Just got the only thing that stopped me was because the Dodge Avenger had some ground effects on it already, and it stuck into the mud, and I didn't go onto incoming traffic because there was a semi right there. Anyway, yeah, it sucked. But luckily, KJ covered my ass and gave me an extra couple days to get back to Virginia, and then we go to fucking Egypt. Not even think we're going to go because September 11th happens. A week, I think, before we're supposed to fly out.
I think it was the day because I think didn't it happen September 11th was wasn't it a Monday or Tuesday, and we were supposed to fly the next day. And then as soon as the second building got hit, I think it was within an hour, the president or the Department of Homeland Security just said, all flights are grounded, so we couldn't even fly out. So we were like in limbo, like, what's going on? This is mission going to be canceled?
That's right.
And then we were like, man, if it's not canceled, we have to fly into the region that flew into our buildings. And it's like, this is going to be crazy.
We were actually, because we were stationed at Eustis, and every day, because you got the per diem to drive on Fort Story every day, you would pick me up. But for some reason, we had to go to the office that day at Eustis, and you had to do some whatever on the computer. This is how I remember it. And that's when, the second tower was hit. The first tower was hit as I was leaving the barracks. There were people already in the CQ desk, the charge quarters for the barracks. There was like a big group of people huddled around a TV, and I was late, so I was running down the stairs. Am I doing it wrong?
We were at Story. Like back in the back, like we're near the arms room, and we were working with the scanners, testing the scanners, I believe. And that dorky kid, that CQ kid, that like I guess he was he's a broke dick. He couldn't deploy or something. He was going to be there, and we were kind of messing with him because he couldn't deploy. But he came back and he's like, an airplane hit the towers in New York, and we're like, man, whatever. And then we went out towards the CQ area, and everybody was like surrounded by the TV, just watching it unfold. So we were there, we were training because we were getting ready to deploy to Egypt. But and I think we were testing all the scanners to make sure they were working, just before the mission and stuff like that. And then that kid came back, and we're like, shut up, man, stop joking. I mean, it was just something. So what's that?
It said it wasn't Spanish, was it?
No, I forget. He was he kind of like a Opie. Remind me of Opie. I think he had red hair.
That's that motherfucker, the coffee making kid.
Yeah.
He made coffee for the commander.
He was like his little bitch, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, man. I remember this completely different. I thought we were still up at Eustis when we got the word, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to make it back down the Story dude, holy shit. But we ended up going anyway. As soon as the no-fly was lifted, like, I think, 6-7 days later, something like that, we were gone. Yeah. And that was a fun time, wasn't it?
Cullen. Oh yeah. Well,
we did
because of Bartell. Bartell was great to have, man. He was, that dude was just funny as hell, man.
Yeah, and that I mean, we'll get into a whole separate podcast about that entire trip. But on the way home, I remember it was the first time we were on a bus. No, first time we were on a bus, but we were on a bus coming back after we had gotten back from Egypt. It was the first time I ever heard the P.D. Pablo song. And what is it? Take Your Shirt Off? Wait a minute.
Spinning like a helicopter, baby. Spinning like a helicopter.
No, we can copyright.
Oh, what's it trading?
Okay.
I do not have the rights to this song,
bro. That used to be the shit, bro. That used to be the shit.
I'm 21 years. Wait, I'm 20. Was I 21 at the time? And I'm a young fucking specialist, whatever. I had no idea what. We just came back from Egypt. Like, that whole fucking trip alone was. I would love to consider it my first deployment because I actually saw more people get hurt during that than I did during my first deployment. But anyway, remember the helicopters coming down on the fucking port and nobody had anything tied down? They had it, their ropes, had to cinder block.
Shit was blowing everywhere.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck? It was a clusterfuck, man.
They
It was
they
like,
just they wiped. There was these aliens. Naval sea. These things are like the
It's
diesel
fucking
semi
crazy.
trucks of helicopters. And I was, were we outside smoking? We were outside smoking, and this fucking bird comes flying around. He comes around, and like, there's no fucking way he's gonna try and land right here. And sure as shit, the first thing you see is the dust, and
Oh,
then you
yeah.
see nothing. And
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
needles in your eyes. That, I mean, the downsider's lifting me up.
You can feel the sand. The sand was like pelting your face. You know what I mean? Like, is it just
bro?
it's like,
You're
come
in a
on,
We're
freaking
on a
sand
tour.
blasted, man.
and you're trying to
we're
keep
on
your
a
mouth
port.
closed so you don't swallow the sand.
That's insane. That's
We're,
insane.
we're on a port, so there's like this cobblestone that is hand laid. They show us how they did it.
Mhm.
And then it's just still, this fucking desert sand everywhere. And then this fucking helicopter comes down and there's concertina wire, barbed wire laid out because that's the only thing we had to mark off marshaling areas, which is like park convoys. And this thing just moved that.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So there was a girl in the medic tent, thank God. That's where she was, but she was in the first cot. And the first thing that came up was the tent. And then the concertina wire was right behind it. So she like fell out of her cot, and then this wire just came over and just raped her fucking body. Dude, they found the chaplain up against a container like this with a broken nose. The tank had come and hit him and pinned him up against a wall of a container, cinder block that they had thought would pull down, and came swinging in and smashed his face. It's an act of God in Egypt. Anyway, so
Wow.
on the way, we're doing well. We're doing well. Supposed to be talking about sports. Anyway, who's got a topic for me? Let's go. Otherwise, I'm going to keep talking about Egypt.
Well, I just want to, how I give those little tidbits of information and stuff like that. Try to give you guys a little tidbits of information in your audience, some tidbits of information. But you know how we talk so much about the NCAA and everything like that. Do you happen to know who founded the NCAA?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Close.
Wow, dear.
Okay.
No.
Jimmy, what's your guess?
The original. Oh, did you have a guess, Jimmy?
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Were you
Absolutely.
going to say Ted DiBiase?
Yep.
No.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, Teddy.
It's the original Rough Rider, and I'm not talking about DMX.
Hey, Roosevelt.
Yes, he loved football. And when it first started, like the rules, they weren't, consistent. It was just teams playing and stuff like that. So he wanted to build. He loved it so much that he didn't want to see that the injuries. They even had deaths. Apparently, they had deaths. The first couple of years, and in 1905, because I think it started like in 1897, right around that time. So it had been around for a few years, but he wanted to see it thrive because he thought it would be like an American, something that Americans could kind of unite together to enjoy, right? So he established it's the Intercollegiate Athletic Association in 1906, but it eventually changed their name to the NCAA. So thanks to Teddy Roosevelt is the founder of the NCAA because he wanted to streamline the rules to make it universal because like when it first started, all the leagues kind of had their own rules and stuff like that. So, yeah. And so
He's a badass, man. Dude's a badass. Oh, he was a badass.
What do you would think about today?
I think he would be highly upset. Highly upset. I don't think what I don't think Teddy's vision of what the NCAA was supposed to be is what it is now. I think he'd be really upset just because, I mean, I don't know. Because the whole idea was to protect players, and it doesn't seem like the NCAA is doing that. They're just protecting themselves. So, and trying to make money for themselves. Yeah.
The NCAA is no different than the UN military is the way it, I mean, if I'm just going to spit all ideas out, because it doesn't, I mean, you're churning out talent. It doesn't matter. There's always been, you're going to get somebody coming in when somebody goes out. And so you just go and make money off it. All you got to do is start a rivalry, start a whatever, and it creates money. Some of the most fucking wealthy schools are alums of people that are millionaires and billionaires. That's how it works, right? Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
I was like, what the?
You got a pocket parter?
Yeah, I
pocket juke.
yeah, dude. I found it. It was on my shelf, and I was like, I haven't used this.
Oh yeah,
The boys love the little cute.
little juke, man.
What's the
I'm going
weirdest
little
name
juke,
you-
brother. Around little juke.
What's the weirdest name you've ever heard somebody call a fart? I can tell you right now, my mother used to say hook. Pook. I don't know. She never spelled it out. I'm just spelling it out for the first time. Hook. She would only say it when it was like a little short fart, like a little, I can't even do it. Damn it. The whole bit went down. What's the little?
Is that
It's a hook.
is that word like Irish of Irish origin? Is it?
I have no idea. It's probably Polish, if any.
Okay.
But yeah, feel okay. It was just like, did you just poke? I'm like, oh, it was because a fart's a fart, whatever. But a poke is like a little.
You touched some underwear, man. You touched some underwear. No, we're not, bro.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. Next. Did you guys see what's going on with this is a little bit of a mixture of NFL and college sports, but old Jaden Daniels, what he's trying to do, he's really going hard at this. What I assume is like this nil thing, which is this likeness, is he's refusing to let the Tigers, LSU, use any of his likeness, his number, whatnot, and it started out mostly with his number. It's number 5 that he doesn't want anyone, whatever, using it. You guys, I, for one, support Jaden Daniels. I, for 2, 3, and 4, support Jaden Daniels. But I do not for 5.
You do know what?
Never mind. Jesus Christ, it fuck. But what I saw me bar, you guys. I said a joke. You walked through and everyone was quiet.
You do not 4-5. Is that what your joke
Yeah.
was?
No, that's what I heard.
It's like,
See, look, Johnny, you need to add the rim shot so we know to laugh if we don't get the joke, because we're not as quick as you. You're giving us information and then you try to throw in a joke. We're like, man, what's 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5? Oh, 4-5.
well, I think don't 4, 5. For
Well, that's got 7, 8. That's got 7, 8, 9.
Rick 7.
So I have to go.
That joke got one like on Twitter and one response saying it was an underrated joke, and so I decided to try it with you guys, and clearly it didn't.
Still
But
underrated.
it's
Still underrated.
But it's my delivery. It's got to be my delivery. I think I'm.
Well, I would say
Sure.
I'm kind of against you on this issue, Johnny. Most of the time I
Okay.
agree with you. Most of the times I agree with you because you always typically have a logical agreement and reasoning, and even if I'm on the fence, I kind of understand your point of view and agree. But on this point, I don't. I just think that universities have the right to determine it's subjective. You know, the number being retired. So that's kind of his question is my number should be retired, but it's up to the university to make that determination, like the board of trustees, athletic division, and all that. So and retired jerseys is different from retired numbers, right? So you can have your jersey retired, but that number is still valid. It's just you're honored as a retired jersey, like you did great things.
You're in the
got in
rafters.
Hall of Fame. Right? But you could still
You're
be
in the
in the
rafters when
rafters.
other people could use your number.
Yes, yes. But retired number means that no one else can use that number, and it's strictly like I said. There's no kind of standardized measuring stick as far as what university use. You know, did he get a Heisman Trophy or whatever the case is? There's no kind of standard, across the board as what universities decide or determine that. So it's up to the university. So based on that, I would say. Plus, he's only played 7 games in 2025. Right? He's as a pro. He's 2 and
I was.
his record was 2-5. Okay, so basically, he knows he's going to be either cut or out of the NFL soon. So he's basically trying to get money. I understand that. I don't blame him. I just don't think on this time I actually side with the university as far as their perspective. As far as hey, that we never said we were going to retire your number. We can honor your jersey, your playing time here at the university, but we're not going to retire your number. Anybody
Okay,
else can play.
so maybe I wasn't thinking about the money grab angle at this point, but I think that he went about this, I guess, the wrong way. He could have, and I think maybe pressured the university to be like, "Hey, are we gonna do a jersey retirement or whatever?" That have my people talk to your people kind of thing, instead of saying, "Hey, guess what? We're gonna come at you and just punch you in the face and be like, you can't use my number because blah blah blah." So no, can you really turn me on this one? Because
Well, I think that the university did tell them, we're going to honor your jersey, but I think what Jaden was presuming was that, no one would be able to wear that number. I'm not sure if there was a contract or an agreement, verbal or written, but I don't think I think Jaden interpreted it differently than what the university was telling him, because they did honor his jersey, right? He was number 5. He was,
Yeah.
a great player, in college. But I think that now that his NFL career is kind of on the downslope, that he's just trying to redeem some of the money that he lost, and now
Yeah.
he's trying to get it through the college because the NIL is still valid. He's not going to get any money from the NFL. So
Yeah,
the
if they
only,
cut
the
him,
only
so-
way is to get it through the NIL.
So here's a question, Jimmy. Do you know of any college players who've had their numbers retired?
You don't know of any college players?
Yeah.
I don't personally.
it's-
I mean,
It sounds no, like not
Yeah.
personally.
no, but like I don't
We're
because
getting literal Jimmy today.
no, because the reason the reason I'm saying that is because like y'all were saying, they honor the jersey usually, and they're put up in the rafters, which is great. But the number is something different because especially now, They make money off the number, so they can't. They can't. And another thing, I wanted to circle back around about the reason why Daniels is so upset was because the coach told him one thing, and then the program came back and was like, no, we never said that. We just said that, like pretty much what y'all said. They're gonna honor it, but the coach told them something different that nobody was ever going to use. But that coach ain't there no more. It's a coach. A coach told you that. That's fired. So logically, like the whole thing about him being upset about it, I have to kind of be with y'all, man. Like the coach told him at the time that his jersey would be okay. And the program didn't tell him they wouldn't. They just didn't say anything, pretty much. So now that this coach, Lane, was like, no, this dude's getting number 5 because I promised it to him. So they were like, the program obviously going to be like, I'm taking this 5-star recruit, so fuck your number. I'm going to go ahead and you're going to get this 5 because we want you to come to our school. Like, think about it that way, because that's the only reason they did it, because they wouldn't have got that kid, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't have got it. Yeah.
I'm so thinking, I'm like, what? Why aren't we arguing over a number? Like, it's, I guess what the way KJ was saying, like, that Jaden Daniels probably looking like he's on his way out of the NFL. I mean, I think it's a little bit early. He could probably end up in a backup position. I mean,
I don't know if he's out yet, man. And I hate to play. I don't think he's out yet. I think
what?
This year he got better weapons. This year he got better.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just if he's trying to just secure some back money on the ass end of whatever, I hear it. But man, who gives a shit about the number? Like, KJ, I see we have in the chat like the football retired numbers of NCAA. I don't know if I could put but I just felt like it would be more prominent in the NFL that numbers are retired. Like college, like come on, guys are great in college and then don't do shit afterwards. So I don't think they should allow any retirement of any number in college football. Like it's not professional. You're a student athlete. You're there for one reason or another. We'll honor you, like you guys said, but as far as retiring it, like, come, it's. I mean, how many times can you do that? 99.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be 100, Johnny, because 00.
Oh, okay. Thanks, KJ. I love you, man.
But I think like overall that they can't, because it would be a bad business move. Because these young high school kids, man, like they care about their number. They care about what number they can wear, especially if they're a 5-star recruit. Like
Plus,
that might break you or change you from going to Alabama or going, to Oregon, like the number, because that's how these kids are. Look at NFL. NFL players are paying people for their number. So like players, I don't understand it, but players, they obviously mean something to them. But like me, I'm not paying anybody for a number, bro. But I'm not an athlete. I'm not an athlete, so it don't matter,
Yeah, athletes are really superstitious. I mean, they're one of the most biggest groups of people that are superstitious. And one of the things is numbers and routines, pregame and postgame things. They have a routine, and like these numbers, mean something to them. They think it kind of, it's like Jordan. Jordan was 23 because his brother, he looked up to his brother Larry, and Larry was 45, and he couldn't get the number 45 because on Laney High School, somebody already had it, or maybe the jersey was retired.
That's not in high school. Come on now.
No, but so he had 23 because it was basically half of 45, right? And then when he went into the Olympics,
After Mary,
he took the number 9 because 4 + 5 is 9.
Yeah. Look at with the short history. People don't know that shit.
Hey, he does.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that background right there. That's
Yeah. Chaplain.
probably the specific type of blue.
I just like to keep it heel.
That's it, man. That's in, I give that.
You guys, we are nearly an hour in and we haven't gotten anywhere into our stuff,
Nope, but it's okay, man.
anywhere into it.
Got there though. Look at that.
So-
Look at that.
Okay.
We still got a Virginia Tech player with his head cut off.
Look, that's all that matters right there, brother. Right there. That's all that matters right there.
So the Super Bowl this year, we're gonna jump topics. Okay, you guys, whatever. It's on Valentine's Day. Now, does this pose any problem for either of you? Because I don't know, I'm in a committed relationship. I don't know. Been together for years, I'm married, but I would think for like young fucking football fans, are they dating early? This is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of football bills. Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be some breakups beforehand, like
yeah, bro.
or do you remember the movie The Best of Times with Kurt Russell and Robin
Yes.
Williams?
Absolutely.
And they're trying to watch the football game
Oh.
while they're having dinner with
He was like, man, nice hands. And she's like, what'd you say? Oh, your
He's
little
like,
claws
wow.
on the hands.
their reaction.
Yeah. He's like, we can do it all. That was a great film. That was a great film.
That's what I'm reminded of when I think about this, because there are so many people out there that are in relationships that are one, like, as far as sports, they're on one side. You know, like, if the internet's gonna tell you anything, I got lucky. My wife loves watching fucking football, but I couldn't imagine if 19-year-old me, 21-year-old me, like, into fucking football, and the Super Bowl is the fucking party right after New Year's, right? And you have a girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, I want you to take me out." Fucking Super Bowl.
I'm sorry that didn't work out. I am so fucking sorry. This did not work out. I am sorry. That's 19-year-old me. I'm sorry.
Jimmy, it's not you. It's me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Let's tell you, bro.
the old Johnny would schedule a dinner with her after the game and not make it because I was passed up. Drunk. And my phone is just blowing up as I'm passed out.
Bro, that person wouldn't want me to make it. They wouldn't they wouldn't want me to make it for like I would embarrass the shit out of both of us. But you wouldn't want that. Like, wouldn't want that.
Can you imagine?
I think you're right, Johnny, that there's going to be a lot of breakups February 15th. There's going to be a lot of single people just because you got to find somebody that likes the same things you like. You know, if you don't,
Right.
then and the Super Bowl, like you said, it's one of the biggest parties, not just for the game, just the halftime show. You know, getting together with people because it's on a Sunday. And
If I was house in the United States, I am thinking about like couples fucking on reserved tables. We're gonna have the game and a prime rib for this much, blah blah blah. You know, try and peel the bowl.
Bro, it's going like I'm telling you, it's
A nice
probably gonna
restaurant shows the game.
I feel it's probably gonna be the first time that a man actually gets a Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Because it's always for the females, dude. Let's be honest.
Right?
It's the majority for the females, and now
This is the year
now
that
people
women.
are actually in relationships to potentially can have a Valentine's Day.
This
like,
is the year that
you know what I
women
mean?
can show their men how much they love them.
It's their
You
turn,
know
dude.
what?
It's their turn.
Girls, it is your year to plan the fucking Valentine's Day As long as we can see the TV and there's booze and your booze,
Chicken wings.
we're happy. Yeah.
Chicken wings.
Wings,
I gotta
yeah,
make sure chicken wings. Gotta make sure.
wings,
Make some
and
wings. Dip.
a bath,
A multitude
bathroom
of
with a
dips.
little bit of privacy because
Oh,
sometimes she gets out of hand
God.
or out of butt or out of mouth.
Yeah,
And it's Super Bowl, man. And it happened.
One of my favorite parts of Valentine's Day too is a lot of times they'll show the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which is that's why I celebrate Valentine's Day. You know,
In
Look,
remembrance thereof.
the big fella Al Capone. You know, my guy.
Watch what happens, fellas. Watch how all the candy changes differently. Now it's gonna be based towards like the Super Bowl on Valentine's Day. Watch. They're gonna be
True.
smart. They're like, watch. The candy's
Dude,
even gonna be different. It ain't gonna be
That's-
hard. It's gonna be
You
a
know-
football. You know what I
You're
mean?
so
With
good.
chocolate inside of it, bro.
That's
Watch.
a great point. That's a great.
You know what I'm
point,
telling you,
Jimmy.
man. So like I'm
Great
telling you,
point.
this is the first time that we're actually gonna get celebrated, bro.
The crunch
what I mean?
bar,
This is
instead
first-
of they have like the XIE, whatever, or
Yeah.
what number is it? Yeah, a crunch bar can do a press. Then all of a sudden it's a Super Bowl crunch bar.
There it is, bro.
Like right now.
There it is, man. But I think this is the first time we get this holiday, man. We're claiming it back, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna go so well, man. We're just gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it. You know,
Take care of us. Take care of us.
yeah, it's my turn. I'm old. We got bad knees.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not smoking, dude. Gotta stop smoking, dude.
You guys, and I'd have to bring it up
Come on.
because we're talking about my Chicago White Sox are in the first place in AL Central. KJ, I see you're shaking your head, and I don't like it. Because this is the first time in a long time that these Sox have been over 500 and in first at this point in the season. I just want to say congratulations to the Chicago White Sox for being so good right now. I've got no hopes for you later on in the season because everyone else is doing way better, but over 500 and they. Okay, KJ, let's go. Let's hear Dodgers.
No, I was just. I mean, I'm a Dodger fan. Even though I don't like California, I'm a Dodger fan just because, I grew up liking the Dodgers because they was always on TV when I was growing up. But
And they look like Carolina Blue.
they do.
Different
It's a little
bottom
bit
line.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always with the blue team, so you know
Yeah.
that. But
And they're
Yeah,
way
our
more
Dod-
tolerant of Mexicans in LA. I'm sorry. That's my segue into Fernando Venz with them.
Fernando.
Yeah, Fernando.
Yeah, he
There we
was.
go.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites. But then we had a few others like Sandy Koufax, and,
Oral Hershiser.
Oral. Of
Oral.
course, I don't like that name, but well, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're doing well, but I'm happy for your team doing well as well. But because I used to, I'm not a huge baseball fan. I mean, I didn't follow him like I do football, but I do remember Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas was one of my the Big Hurt. Yeah, do it again, one more time. Oh, yeah, that's the Big Hurt.
That's the look for the Big Hurt.
So yeah. I mean, plus I like the colors, the black and white. It just kind of like sets it off, man.
Ice Cube. I mean, come on now. The White
Yeah.
Sox had
Yeah,
in
yeah.
LA
of course.
was
Yeah,
a statement. So
yeah. In the late '80s, '90s, everybody's wearing socks. No matter where you were from or where you were
couldn't
at.
tell you the
you
player
could
on the
remember.
team. And that shit.
You got a big old socks. Yeah, this big old socks.
You
Stocky
get
jacket.
the ring.
I ain't know shit about baseball. Now. I had one, man. Like, I ain't know nothing
Solid.
about baseball.
The solid socks hat with the SOX down
Mhm.
with it 3
The
feet
sock.
out. That's it. That's all you needed. And you were a gangster.
Bro, ain't you Can I just ask a question? You're not
Well, yeah,
worried
we used
about,
to, you know,
you
I
speaking
mean,
highly? Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
no, yeah, when we were growing up, man, we would always wear baseball jerseys. I mean, like we buy the Oakland A's because the green and yellow, and Sox jersey was the stuff. Especially that just that.
MC Hammer was athletic,
Oh, was he?
wasn't he?
Oh, he was
Didn't-
he was a bad boy.
didn't-
Yeah, he was a bad boy.
But he was good at baseball, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if
Yeah,
he
I think he
actually
played
made the team.
shortstop, something like
Oh,
that.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
good
he
at
actually played baseball. Like, he was good too. Like,
Anyway, sorry, we're throwing you off.
Oh
So
no,
they-
no, I'm just saying the Sox, the way the words are, I guess,
The Old English.
yeah, it looks cool.
That was
It looks cool.
popular back in the
it
90s.
was all through the eras, man. Like from the 80s
The
and
dude-
90s on up.
The
bro.
dude from
Like,
Sublime had it across his
Mhm.
shoulders. Yeah,
Mhm.
the Old English was always the.
Hell yeah, it was like Cypress Hill. Like, like it went through the ages, bro. For
Anyway,
real.
what were you gonna say about?
Yeah, I was saying, ain't you nervous you gonna jinx it, bro? Like, talking about it?
Dude, they've been bad for so long that
You just wait. I'm gonna claim it just in case.
I did try to jinx it. That one night you guys saw me on social media, I had posted a picture
I was
of me
out.
wearing my Sox hat, and that was I was like over 500 in August. Go Sox, and hey, they're still there. They're still
They're
there,
still
and
there.
I don't think they're to get deep in the playoffs, but the bats are coming around, and I can appreciate. It makes for an exciting game, but without pitching, you don't win championships. KJ knows that. That's why they pay for the most expensive fucking team ever.
It's like the bullpen is bigger than the line.
Yeah.
You got like 10
How do you-
pitchers and 8 players.
How do you have?
Multiple hundreds.
I mean, do you put more money in arms than bats? Is that how you do?
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just.
I think that's what.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got that Ocean, Otani.
Yeah.
He can do
the
it.
best two-way player ever.
Absolutely.
He's from Japan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a theory here, and I read a fact earlier.
Uh-oh.
Rare facts. To deter like robbers in Japan, they keep like these paintballs, like clerks, like a 7-Eleven, stores. They're very small little bodegas, what they look like, place like that. But they keep their paintballs, and if a robber robs them, they are told to just give them the money and then help them with a paintball so that fine. That's true.
The cops can catch him because the guy, you're chasing the guy with the paintball pellets on it.
But you can't own guns, so they have to throw it.
Oh, yeah.
Otani's parents, I'm assuming, owned the little bodega or whatever in Japan, and he was charged of pelting the robbers. Good. Headshots.
That is a crazy fact, bro. That for real, bro. That is a crazy fact. That is crazy, bro.
It has turned into more of a deterrent to keep robbers from like, hey, if you try to rob us, we're gonna hit you with a paintball. I guess it works, but
You're going to get paintballed. You're going to get paintballed.
well,
I'm saying, the mean of that, bro. Coming from him, like I
The
can
only
even
thing-
imagine.
what deters me from committing a crime in a foreign country is knowing the history of those foreign countries and how they treat. Like Japan was never nice to POWs. They did some fucked up shit. So yeah, the last thing I want to do is be marked and be hunted by Japanese police for them to just do whatever. But yeah. Well, that's just I think Otani got good at baseball because and then he would rob stores and they'd turn and hit the fucking thing.
Around. Yeah, I mean, we got a good squad. They just need to work on the lineup, make sure there's no injuries.
Work on the
We'll
lineup.
see.
You guys are still. No,
I mean, work on the, because the pitchers and stuff like that. That's the one thing I don't like about the baseball is like, you can have about 20 pitchers in 9 innings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they let them pitch for like 2 batters and then they take them out, and it's like,
There's-
okay, but
the stats are all fucked up. Like you can't compare the old guys to the new guys. The new guys, like they rarely pitch complete games. There's this thing called a combined no hitter now. What the fuck is that? Baseball is. I don't know, man. It used to be a whole day. You could be able to go. You go watch a game, and it's a whole day thing. Now there's just like an afternoon at the museum, and then what are we gonna do?
right.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I enjoyed still on TV every once in a while because that's how I watch baseball. Like most people, because I don't near stadium, but I miss like when I do go out to ball games, like having to rush to get my beers because the game's gonna be over soon. Or seventh inning stretch is about to stop, and I've only had 4. Like, what the fuck? Bro? So, anyway, who's got a topic for me? Come on now. I can't segue anything right now, other than
I got some crazy stuff. I got that crazy stuff I was talking about, bro.
the deer.
All right, let me pull it up, man.
Jimmy's about to get dark, so
It's about to be dark
yeah,
and creepy.
he's not gonna do blackface, but he's about to get dark.
Of the yellow face.
I said you're not gonna do that. Oh yeah. Hold on. If there was a water bottle to spray on your face, I'd know that in the middle. So like, anyway,
I think it's this one. I don't remember. This is about a dude. Check this out, man. This guy's name is Robert Rosier. And he played college football at UC Berkeley as a defensive end in 19 and was drafted to the NFL in 1979. Yeah, you might. This is. I was
right down the road from KJ.
yeah. So he had a short-lived career, man. He played for Oakland Raiders, and he pretty much had a brief stint with CFL. But he became.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Well,
Is this back in the 70s?
it was
When
it was
they
pretty
were
much.
drafted, they would normally draft players in their. I don't know. It just feels like if you didn't want to pay for travel, they would like draft players in your own area because you didn't scout across the nation.
Okay.
Thing.
Because it was harder to probably get over there. It cost more money.
Right.
And then
Like now-
man, this was like in 79 when he was
So
drafted.
was the
By
NFL,
St.
when did the NFL become the NFL? Remember when it was like
Shit,
AFL?
like 50 something.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was
I'm sorry,
50 something.
go
Because
Well,
I
I mean-
remember.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
So pretty much this dude, man, like had a short-lived stint, got drafted, 9th pick, got drafted, bounced around from team to team, was probably just a camp body, played some CFL, defensive end. Finally, his career ended. So, he decided, he became almost homeless, had no money, and he decided to join a cult. And the name of the cult was Nation of Yahweh. Like,
Okay.
so
Out of California, is this cold in California?
out of Cali, I think it was.
Which is
I'm
a
looking at it
lot.
right now.
A lot of them started there.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Out of Miami. So it was probably crazy. Out of
Okay.
Miami in 1982. So back
I
in.
don't eat my own words.
Yeah,
Miami
Yes.
had Colts in the 80s.
I guess
thought it
it,
was all about
yeah,
football.
the place was called Nation of Yahweh, man. And this dude changed his name. Like he changed his name to Nariah Israel and gave up all his personal possessions. And like gave up everything. Had to give up everything. and
To the cult, right? They get made
Yes.
around and made money again.
and integrated into the group. That the name of the group that he joined, it was part of the nation, but it was called Temple of Love. That's what it was called. I kid you not, bro.
Oh yeah. And now it's
So-
about to get 6.
So it started getting crazy in 1986, bro. So he joined the Brotherhood. It's this is crazy though. It's the Inner Circle Assassin Party. So they are trained killers, and dude, it gets crazy,
Inside
bro.
this cult
It's like
of love.
he evolved to a
love.
different level of. I guess he got promoted within, and when he got
Oh, so
promoted,
Scientology.
he-
pretty much.
it was
got
pretty
cult-
much probably
he
was.
got
It's probably
cultural
something of that nature. Yeah, but
They're like,
Yeah, it was
big-ass
called-
motherfuckers telling shit. We can teach.
bro, like you got to think about it, man. He's a defensive end.
Yeah.
Fucking. So that means he was probably 6'5", 6'6",
This-
280?
Okay.
290.
No, Jimmy, you
So he's a
gotta
big
remember
boy,
what
man.
defensive ends were back in the day. These guys.
Well,
like-
this was the
These
80s,
guys
boy.
worked. Yeah.
This is
They had side
steroids.
jobs.
This is
No,
steroids.
they had,
This is the
yeah, they
80s.
had side jobs. They worked in
Yeah.
scrap yards and,
Mhm.
shit, and then they would, play football. These guys didn't. This was before, the fast, defensive end. So he's probably 300 plus. I would guarantee.
Well, they said that this dude, like him and his murder group, I guess, like his trained assassins, like the people who put hits on people, and they went throughout all over Florida and then started wiping people out, their whole family, taking kids out. Like, seriously, dude, like taking kids out. Like,
What?
yeah, dude, like, there's no explanation. They don't know why, still to this day, why these people were killed. But the only thing they know was that he was given these orders by somebody within that group, that Nation of Yahweh.
Can you imagine, like, you're
Crazy
one
guy,
of these
bro.
you're one of these families that, like, is on their list, but it's like someone like us who, like, pays attention to football, and this dude's like in your fucking, like, busts open in your house, and you're like, you're Robert Hellman. I loved you in college. I'm fucking accurate.
It gets so much crazier.
Yeah.
It gets way more crazier. Now I told you that he murdered all these people. Like it was,
How
I
many
think the
numbers
number
ago?
was up to like 4 or 5 people, something like that.
Oh, so he's
Well,
Jack the
still,
Ripper.
Johnny is 4 to 5 people, bro. Like, dude,
Hey, look,
that was
look.
a defensive
More
end,
than-
bro.
More than one is a lot. More than one is a lot.
Like, only one. They got only did 4.
4 or 5. Yeah.
I said 6, 7. 6, 7. But no, dude, it gets crazy. So he ended up getting caught in 1988. All right. And he
What
ended
year?
up getting
My
he ended up
first day
getting
in,
like 30 years, something like that. What's that?
I said it was a great year. That was my first hit that I got in baseball.
Oh, man, I'm proud of you,
Yeah.
man. So proud.
Thanks.
But he fucking bro.
Johnny in his first.
I'm proud of you, boy.
More than 3.
Now, I'm gonna get back to talk about this guy. I
Okay,
know he
okay.
killed 4 people, Johnny, but there's a lot of people, bro.
4 or 5. 4 or 5.
So 4 or 5. So I can't remember what the number was. Well, he ended up turning state. The motherfucker did like 8 years and then went into witness protection. So he's out there somewhere, bro. He's out there somewhere. Yeah, he's out there somewhere. He went to witness protection, bro. Like he went to court in 1988. He didn't, I don't even think,
Hey,
because
who are you talking about?
1986, he got found guilty on the charges and got like,
So he dead.
so no. Then 2 years later, they snatched him out of prison, put him in witness protection. Nobody knows where he's at.
Oh,
He
no,
turned
so,
state.
I mean, who
He-
was was he reporting on the cults, Jimmy? Is that why he got?
No, like he just went in there and he was actually just in there to pretty much like, he needed something. He was homeless. He lost everything. And they were like, hey, we'll take care of you. And they were like, oh, you're big and strong. Now we're going to put you on the killer squad. So come on with us. We're going to train you. Be a killer squad. And then, so he did all that. And he just followed through with all the murders, whoever. They went on a spree, dude. They went on a spree and started wiping people out. And they don't know why. But, but pretty much now, like I said, 2 years into his fucking, like, jail sentence, they said that they pulled him out. Nobody knows what happened. All they know is that he went into witness protection. And so obviously he turned state. Probably it was powerful people that was within that cult. They turned state on. Or I don't know, man, but like, it's crazy to think there's a dude out there that went out and killed all these people, and he's probably living in Arizona somewhere. Like, working at the BP station, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be a little unstable to kill people, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, too, I mean, even if you're in witness protection, I mean, I'd imagine he still has that urge to do that again because he's done it before. So obviously, it's not something that he's afraid of doing. So it's like, man,
you know, I was watching a thing like on Discovery, pretty much how it is, man. Like, people that go into witness protection, they're pretty much dropped off there. And then even the people that put them there forget that they're there. They don't even pay no mind to them. They're just like, don't get in trouble. If you do, it's going to come across our boards and we'll see what we could do. But other than that, don't get in trouble. And they forget about you. They don't care what you,
Right.
They're not monitoring you. They don't care what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
They're just making sure that you ain't doing nothing where you're incriminating yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
like,
you get stopped or
Yeah.
you're doing something.
like half the
they're not gonna
time they
find
don't
you.
even know you get pulled over. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah.
the crazy part. I'm like, this dude's out there somewhere, man. Turn state. I thought that was a crazy story. But
That is definitely some crazy.
what do
That's
I
the craziest thing I've ever heard, man. As far as football related, NFL, I mean,
Yeah, man. Like, it makes
yeah,
sense.
I know you. I know you said you had some stuff, but I wasn't expecting that, man.
Dude, I got another one, but I was saying that for some other time because it's a long one, man. But that one, it was a toss up between these two. This one's just insane, bro. The other one, you're like, well, that's pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
But
I actually have a crazy
come on.
about the United States witness protection.
Okay.
Did you know that the U.S. Marshal Service reports that no witness security program participant who has ever followed the program's guidelines has ever been harmed or killed while under active federal protection? Since the program began, it has successfully protected approximately 19,250 witnesses and their families. My question is, how the fuck would anyone else know? Right.
I think the key word, Johnny, is active protection. So they're not doing it. So that means they're not doing
Okay.
it. Then,
Or
can
they
say
just change
they-
the paperwork after they get found out.
Yeah. There's
'cause
no
Ji-
way. of
Jimmy,
really keeping
Jimmy,
track.
Jimmy was just saying that, like no one's checking on these people.
The Rock.
It's not like they're looking at them or, unless they do something egregious.
Like when Goodfellas, the book that Goodfellas, I forget the guy's name that was based off of.
Henry Hill.
Goodfellas, yeah, but I forget the actual name of the gangster. Actually, Goodfellas and the movie My Blue Heaven are about this. It's the same book. It's just one is after the other. Goodfellas is like the beforehand, and My Blue Heaven is after he goes into witness protection. Did you guys know that?
I haven't heard that name in a long time. I forgot about that movie, bro. My Blue Heaven. I forgot about
Yeah,
it.
with
That
Steve
guy
Martin
likes
and
to-
Rick,
Yeah. With the,
and Rick
I forgot
Moranis.
about it, bro. I love it.
the people, I forget, it may have been the director, not the directors, but the screenplay writers for Goodfellas and My Blue Heaven were male and female married. And I may be getting this wrong. They may not have been screenplayers, but anyway, the books that were written, the male wrote Goodfellas and the female wrote look at My Blue Heaven, and I guess they were screenplayers. Yeah, but it was based off the same book that Goodfellas was written off of. So one was a drama, the other one was a comedy. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Witness protection. There it is.
Yeah, my brother. Okay, we got you.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Blood.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys. We're going to take a quick 10 and we will be back.
Inch.
Let me do this. Let me do it. No, that's not it. How the
You
fuck
know,
do I
bro. It's right there. It's right there, bro.
push me?
Right there. It's right there, bro. It's right there, bro.
Here.
Bro, I pointed it
Where?
right there. It's right there, bro. It's right there in my pants. See? Yeah.
Hold up. Hold up. Where's your pet? It says that's where participants is. I really have no idea. Oh, there it is. Man. All right. See you guys. To a great podcast. Many of yous. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here again today. We are coming at you hard.
Fuck.
Yeah. Pause. Pause and sip. Thank you, guys. Yes. Alvar, did you call me on the spot?
I got you on the spot for words.
Yeah. Me, how am I not ready for a Chiefs? That just goes to show how long it's been since I've done shots.
You need to bring back the Deneen kitchen dance parties, man.
There it
Come
is,
on now.
brother.
But they turned into more like doing Molly and just sitting on chairs on the floor and listening to music.
Yeah,
Really
what's
good.
wrong with that? What's
No,
wrong with
nothing.
that?
No people shit.
Nothing. It is so nice. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the second half of this shit. You guys, we got time for like one big topic each. So who wants to go first? Hit me with your best shot.
Jake could go.
Joe and Jet. Was that Joe and Jet? No.
Go ahead,
Hit me,
Jimmy, if you got it.
hit me with your best shot. Who was that? Pat Benatar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, there it is. All right. Let's go. ADHD is out of the way. Let's
Oh,
go.
it's out of the way now. Let's circle back around to the ranking, man. Y'all seen this ranking?
In what?
College football. College football. College football.
I scrolled at my. Okay, what are they saying about? Notre Dame's number 4, right?
They got them. Yep. Number 4. Ohio
AJ
State,
will
number
be
1.
there.
Hey,
Come
I'm
on.
glad you brought that up, Jimmy. Because
Yeah.
if
It
you
ain't
look
right,
at-
bro. It ain't right, bro.
Well,
This
check
shit
this
ain't
out.
right, bro.
in 2025 preseason rankings, all the 12 top teams from 1 to 12 made it to the CFP. All those teams were ranked in the preseason top 12. I don't know if the committee got it right or they did some manipulation throughout the season to make sure that they got their rankings, those rankings to the CFP.
I think
but
depending on who your team was, you may think the latter.
But
Because
you got to look at
that
the thing about it. You go look at
is
the transfer.
Was that-
like all the new players that are going to change?
was last year the first season that they did that extended playoff?
They're trying to figure out this year, right, to add some, right?
But
I know they
yeah,
they
but
voted on it and they're supposed to go another level, one more vote or something. But I never heard
But
anything about it.
to go off what KJ said, if their preseason rankings ended up being that every single one of those teams made it into the playoffs the first fucking year that they extended the college football playoff, that seems a little bit too right on for the NCAA, to tell you the truth. You know, if you're thinking games are scripted or shit is just manipulated. That's a good argument.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Jesus Christ.
No,
Similar-
like,
Similar to the 4-5 joke.
yeah.
That wasn't even a joke. I was just trying to say that.
No, but you're right. I
I
think
am
you're right.
laughing at my own podcast.
I see. Like you said, I think it's, all the top teams are going to be listed. Ohio State, Texas, Alabama. Maybe Ole
Maybe more
Miss.
SEC teams in there.
Yeah. They're SEC based or biased, anyways. But the fact that those 12 teams that they did in the preseason were all in the CFP, I think there is some maybe manipulation as far as the rankings are concerned, as far as who goes up and down. Because I just don't think that they were that lucky in getting it right as to who would be in the CFP.
I think the people on the panel did that with the rankings so that they were right to show that, like, oh yeah, we extended the playoffs and every team that we said would be ranked and in it ended up being in it. So haha, we're right, you should shut the fuck up. But also that just fuels conspiracy theories with me. Like, how is it that, gambling, especially on sports, is one of the hardest things to do unless you have control over it. I don't know. I'm getting conspiracy theory stuff. I think it's very suspect that those teams ended up in there the way they did.
What do you think, Jimmy?
I think it's what on what subject? Were y'all talking about or
No, what you're talking about.
The rankings.
You brought up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So no, I was saying the rankings, I feel like there's teams up there, like Indiana. Come on, guys. Let's be honest. Like Indiana lost a lot of starters. They're returning, what is it, 6, 7 players? That's going to be starters. And the main one, the quarterback's going. The new quarterbacks are transfer that never ran the system. Like, how do you? I can't see them being above Miami, being above Texas, being above. I can see Indiana probably being where Texas Tech is at, probably 12, and that's it.
Rest.
Their quarterback understands that offense because he's coming to a brand new offense. Players he never played
You
with.
make it.
You know?
You make a good point there, Jerry. With the whole transfer thing, like, because that quarterback may have been good at his previous school, it doesn't. Like, are they just assuming that he is gonna be that good at this new school? Because
nobody else that do
Yeah,
like
right.
Indiana has nobody else. Like their
It's a-
backups have no playing time. Like I just think they shouldn't be ranked that high. If you actually think
Yeah.
about like the actual polls, like look at the team. Don't look at what they did last year because that team's different. A lot of those players are gone. Like you have new coaches, like LSU. Just think about LSU. I feel that LSU put $40 million into their new. So they got $40 million to throw at top prospects. So I think that they probably will be better than 11. Like, do I think they'll break the top 5? No,
So-
but I think they're better than 11.
these to play on the the devil's advocate, these panels that put these rankings together, they're now having to deal with all these. This is not a true map, right? This is an educated guess. It's a theory at its best, right? It's something for Vegas and for DraftKings and forever to base their money thing on, is what I'm assuming. Because why else would you have rankings going into it? And I don't
I
think you
think a
can.
lot.
Go ahead.
I think a lot of it. I think a lot of it is based on last year's performance, which, like Jimmy said, shouldn't matter really because the players are different this year from last year. You know, you a lots of leaving, you know, either graduating, going to the NFL, or transferring. But that's how they kind of assess it is based on last year's performance and then the expectation essentially of what they think teams will do. That's
Right.
just my
Like,
perception as far as how
how
they
how
do the
much
ranking.
how much percentage or thought do you put into injuries? Because injuries are going to happen. It's a sport. It's bound to happen. And if your players are that good, they're playing all the time, so the risk goes up the more they're out there. So how much of that percentage goes into like that's going to take a team down a notch? Injuries, and it doesn't. I mean, specifically, if it's a quarterback, that's going to be more. But you have to factor in some type of whatever injuries to starters and how well their backups are. For I don't know, man. If I was like on cocaine and just Adderall, it would have me going nuts trying to figure out these rankings. I would have to break it. I would have to break it down into like 4 top categories, and that would help me rank a team. And I'm curious as to what those 4 top rankings. If you had 4 ways to rank a team in college football sports, how would you rank them? KJ, Jimmy, you can go first. I know
Well,
this is popping it on you. Bless.
well, for me, I know seems counterintuitive, but I think when they do, they always do like a postseason rankings, like who ended, where. So I think and I'm not sure if the new year is based on that end of the year rankings. Maybe it is. Maybe it has influence, but I think it should be, whatever the ending rankings for the last year is, that should be moved to the preseason rankings because essentially that's what the teams were last year. It may not always be right, but because like Jimmy said, you gotta have lots of movement with teams, students graduating, transfer portal, going to NFL, stuff like that. But once those teams start playing, it should kind of, you know,
It's an
right
ever
itself.
rotating, yeah. It's an ever rotating rank structure, and dude, I think that's great. Yeah, whatever you end up at the end of the next or last season, that's where you start the next season, and then depending on how well you do, that's how we'll judge you, right? I mean, that makes complete sense. Man.
I agree. Like I agree too. The base of that is that it has to have something to do with a percentage of the previous season. But then you also have to factor in, okay, well, we lost. Like, think about it like this. Think about like teams like Georgia that lost so many players, and they still got them ranked up there at number 3. They lost like 11 players, and the majority was on defense. Like, it's not going to be the same team. And the reason why that offense looked so good was because that defense was so good. So that quarterback, like, I feel he's not going to have the same season he had last year because he's going to have to perform better. Because he's not going to be able to count on his defense. But I feel that it also should be dealt on coaches. How long is school had a coach like that? Because think about it like this, man. Like Notre Dame, you look at these coaches, the top 1, 2, 3, 4, would go 8, 9. All these coaches have been there for a while, and they're able to instill their program that they want them to run into these players. You're getting brand new coaches that's sliding in top 25 teams that are all moving around. Like that has to have some kind of factor in it while they're not going to be as good because One, you lost all these players, impact players, core positions, quarterback, receivers, defense, safeties, like core, like players. And now that has to be factored in to make this listen what I feel it should be, because then the first week, I feel we're going to see what I'm talking about. Like, I feel you're going to see a lot of moves.
Yeah, it's going to be a big
within the
shuffle.
first 3 games, especially because you got some tough games, bro. Like y'all play, don't y'all play Georgia this year? I think y'all play Georgia.
Are you
think y'all
talking to
play
me?
Yeah, I think Notre Dame plays with Georgia.
Are
Yeah.
you
I'm
talking to
over
me?
there like you. I'm sorry, the 2 of y'all.
You talking to me?
Well, I don't see anyone else.
Yeah, but no, like that situation.
Most
Within
people,
the
most
first
people forget at the
3
end of that
games.
movie, he gets away with it.
Yeah. But the first
And
3
it's
games,
gonna be a big
all this
shuffle.
shit's gonna change, bro. All this shit gonna change. Indiana ain't gonna be up there. They might still be up there, but I don't know, man. They lost. Their defense was good. They lost a lot of defensive players. Like, so
I can't wait for. We got college football coming up
Mhm.
within the next couple of weeks.
bro, 2 weeks.
September 5th, Labor Day weekend. Jimmy, that's gonna be fucking awesome, man.
Actually, 1 week, Jimmy.
1 week. Oh yeah, 1 week. 1 week.
Yeah,
That was 2
yeah.
weeks for football.
Oh, yeah.
NFL.
Yeah,
NFL
yeah.
15 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, college plays next week.
Yes. 7 days exactly. Like
um,
7 days.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of the crazy thing is because
Tell your
college-
family and school bye on the weekend.
I can't wait, dude. I'm so happy.
yeah. So the college football starts next week, right? Some of the games that I was looking at is of course UNC versus TCU. They're playing in Emerald Island, so they'll be in Ireland playing. Yeah. And then, another game I want to watch, and Jimmy, when me and Johnny were stationed in Virginia, I always followed Virginia football because it was always on TV, in bad news. So,
Shout out Newport News, Virginia.
Tiki Barber, and Rondé Barber, one of
Yes,
my
sir.
favorite
sir.
groups.
Yeah, he was
So I'll be watching them because NC State
the
plays
old
Yeah.
curriculum.
Oh man,
Wolfpack.
I'm looking for them to crush NC State.
Bro,
So-
they play against UVA, man. They play against us good, bro. Like they play against
Yeah,
us good.
they're tough. So I mean, they're
solid
always going to have a
defense.
squad. But at least you're home, so
Mhm.
that may play a factor in that game. So
Yeah, they're only $24 a ticket, bro. Like that's how cheap those tickets are right now. 24. Hear up, man. Yeah. Because I guess it ain't right.
yeah, but North Carolina or Notre Dame doesn't play till the second week. I wonder why. Are they a little scared to play the first week? Or is that what's going
Well,
on?
because you know why, KJ? Because Notre Dame doesn't play bullshit games. That's right.
There we go.
Northern
Yeah,
Lafayette fucking JUCO colleges to play. They are a well-respected institution, and I challenge anyone who has a child for that child to come home and say, I got a full ride scholarship to whatever your fucking college is. And then they say, I also have a full ride to the University of Notre Dame. And you tell me which one is more prestigious. And tell me it's By the way, I've never been to Notre Dame, never even been accepted to Notre Dame. Given it past a couple times.
You might get you might get like a official invite to, as a big fan. Sometimes they do that to certain fans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the Rock, just Rock.
Well, it's
From
like
Alien
going.
Free
So
and Rudy, and then he had his own TV show and a sitcom, Rock. He was a garbage man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, me and him, dude.
yeah.
I want to
that dude-
arm
that
wrestle
dude is
him
crazy.
on the 50-yard line.
that's one of them bucket
Wait a minute.
stadiums, bro. That's one of them bucket stadiums. Like
Yeah.
Going to that campus, I want to go to that campus just for the history. Like, and I want to go to
Touchdown,
USC
Jesus.
just for the
Yeah.
history there. Like, there's certain stadiums I want
Bowl,
to see
yeah.
in my lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain ones I want to
Yeah.
see. But
Look at
you
that.
got to see
You
that
guys,
one,
we got
John.
to
You got
start.
to see that one, bro.
I will. We got to start wrapping it up here. So, KJ, you got a topic for us before we get to recommendations? Something. I think you got up to go smoke before we were like, hey, when we come back, we're just going to do one more topic each and then get to our recommendations before we go finally see our families again. But listen,
I guess you
But-
said something. I know you mentioned about like the best burger. Did you want to expand upon that as far as
there was, did you know that there were, okay, Jimmy,
Like
I know
good burger,
you're-
Ron.
you know Whataburger.
Yeah.
Don't you aware of Whataburger as well?
The franchise, they're like the mom and pop.
Exactly. See, now Jimmy knows what I'm talking about. Whataburger was originally a place in Virginia. And they got into a kind of fucking lawsuit with Whataburger from Texas, Midwest area. And yeah, so Jimmy, what do you know about it? I think Whataburger is still there in Virginia.
It is, bro. It's been there for like 80 years. Something like that. It's still there. Like they finally.
But it's not the orange.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
guys
it
got
actually sucks,
Whataburger
bro.
in Virginia.
Yeah, it sucks because probably about 9-10 years ago, the old ladies that used to run it, there were probably like 60, 70, all old white ladies. And they used to be back there cutting the vegetables fresh, doing the patties by hand and all that seasoning and cooking them. And they'd be in there they sold the place. And then somebody else came in, changed the whole menu, made everything smaller, frozen meat, and it's trash. It's horrible, man. Disgusting, bro.
So
Breaks my
So
heart.
the orange Whataburger is the better Whataburger now,
It is.
dude. I tell you what,
Especially in Texas.
It's
Only
like-
in Texas. Texas.
Oklahoma too. Oklahoma has great
Right.
Whataburger, and
I mean, we got
don't ever go inside to order because they're usually getting robbed. Yeah. What? Dude,
And
I don't
probably
care what
really
anyone
like-
says.
they're always
The
around bad areas, bro. They're
Yeah.
always around bad areas. Even in Texas, bro. Like you're gonna die. Don't stop. You're gonna die. Don't run
Other,
again.
other than a Mexican taco truck, the best two fast food stations when you're hammered is Whataburger and White Castle. And
Yo, I
that-
can buy damn order. I got my order.
What is it?
This is a burger. All right, so Whataburger is a patty melt. There's a patty melt and the jalapenos, the stuffed jalapenos, but it's deep fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
What kind of drink?
fire, bro. Fire. It's fire, bro. I'm a fat guy. I love to eat.
Since we're talking about shit we love, before we go, I like to end our episodes on recommendations. I'm a big movie TV watcher, and I love to hear what everyone else is watching. And what do you guys got for me that would be good for me to watch, man? I mean, really.
Well, but you probably already watching it, bro. I
What?
guarantee you it's a show. The new Reacher, man. The new Reacher. Like, bro. It's so good.
I love
Reacher, dude.
I love it. I think this was one of the first books I read. And so it's a pretty easy way to recognize the way his books.
You told me
begin. So I was
that.
like,
You told me
read
that.
this one. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I want to dug it out. It's a great show if you're into it. Yeah, dude, that dude he's a way better reader than Tom Cruise. And
Absolutely,
I
bro.
know that
It only
this
does
and-
beat, man.
Yeah.
All he does
He's
is
a
beat.
roller. Yeah. And I love how they always make sure that he shows he has his toothbrush.
Yeah. Oh, his brother's
Lemonade. KJ, what do you got for us, man? What are you watching out there in beautiful California, other
Yeah,
than the
not
ocean? Sitting at the beach.
yeah, not too much. I mean, because I know you're the man that always has the options as far as what to watch. Because I usually get the recommendations from you, but the one thing that I've been seeing that's been advertised is this OJ Unseen. So I'm not sure if you've seen it. Um, so it's supposed to be like I'm not sure. Have you heard of it, Jimmy? Have you seen the previews for it?
It's on Netflix, right?
It's supposed to be. I think it's going to be on Hulu.
Is it Hulu?
I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I think I saw
HBO
it. I
Max.
got both.
Yeah,
I think
so
I
it's
saw it, but I didn't know nothing about it.
yeah. So it's he had a movie back in the day called Juice when he was still alive. And, it was.
Yeah.
I think it's based on that. So if you've seen Juice, then it's probably not, something you may want to watch. But apparently they're using Juice, that movie that he did use, but it's gonna be like new interviews and stuff, and it talks about, still what he says about, what he was, went to court for and all that crazy stuff. So
And
that's what
that
I'm looking
movie
for. And
Juice
that's
is
that's
not
gonna
to be
be
confused
available
with the
in
Tupac Shakur.
funny you should mention that, but
Easy, right?
no, but the guy that was supposedly shot Tupac is in court right now in L.A. So
Yes,
going through a trial. So yeah,
they finally got him.
Yeah, they had.
We're talking
yeah.
about
But now I think he went back on his story. So he's like, I just said it. One of the things I've heard is I just said it to write a book. So, but I think they had enough.
that kind of makes sense though if you're trying to make money.
Yeah, but I think that because when he got indicted, I think they said that they had enough evidence to go on with the trial. So I think there's going to be a trial, but
So
probably won't be
hold
like
on. So he wrote a book beforehand and it got published, and now he's being indicted.
yeah.
So he's circumventing the system because there's laws in place that like when people that are convicted of murders, whatever, that they can't make money off their stories. So this guy went ahead and wrote the fucking book first, made the money, and now they're going to use that, I guess. Or just are they just going to have to
Apparently
move
so.
his book to the other side of the library?
Yeah, it may be one of part of the banned books.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they had one of his guys. I guess it was like prerequisites. Well, I don't even know what it is, but they were having a mock trial, and they had a dude. They subpoenaed a dude that was friends with the guy, and the lawyer was asking questions. He kept looking at the judge. Do I gotta answer this? I'm going to incriminate. I can't hurt my friend. Like it was crazy, man. Like I'm serious, man. It was on my FaceTime, so I know it's real.
Yeah.
But no, like dude, for real. Like they had it just came across the whole screen because I watched one video, and then it was just like all these videos of him being like interviewed and stuff in a courtroom. And he's like, "Your Honor, do I have to answer that?" He's like, "Yeah, he's asking you to describe his character. Answer the question. What are you doing?" Like, and he was just
You're in
trying to like
court,
circle.
man.
He was trying to circle
You
around,
can,
like not answering the question and stuff. And the lawyer's getting pissed off, and both. No, it was crazy, bro. Like y'all can see it, man. Just Google that shit. It was like the dude's name, like Keith
Yeah.
D or something like that, or Keith D, something like that.
keep
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his buddy,
Yeah.
his buddy that, because they were in a gang together, growing up, and one dude still, I guess, affiliated, and he was like, I can't snitch on him. Kind of saying I plead the fifth. He's like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4.
no.
Unless you're Gene Daniels, and then you're 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, good one.
And I called back, and that was the bad one. So, you guys, thank you so much. I love doing this every time.
Sir.
My recommendation before we go is go watch the movie Normal with Bob Odenkirk. It gives all Hot Fuzz vibes, but it's
Fuck yeah.
absolutely hilarious. But thanks again, you guys, for being here. Love you. And until next time, please like, comment, subscribe. Do all the things that I tell you to do, or I will not thank you. Jimmy, where's that fucking pause button again?
Find it, bro. Trying to find it. Won't be disappeared. I got a magic ball. Disappeared. It's going stuff.
See you in the group chat, guys.
Just right here.